Oh, yeah.
Started off the. Is this one on? Yes. Okay. We're good. You want to fix that one on this? This on.
Turn.
Why are you turning it on?
Turn it back on.
You do?
Turning it back on generally. Or
Not yet. Well, yeah, but we can cut across right
you can
now.
cut across, we'll
Yeah.
cut it out.
We'll wait till everybody gets settled.
Alright.
Okay.
So are we ready?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. We're gonna get started again.
Okay.
We've got 2 more testimonies, and then we will hear a little bit from our partners grads and have our ceremony and watch our video.
The intended target audience is the Department of Education and the school personnel. So, good evening, 2013 parent, partners in policy, friends and family. My name is Amanda Haught, and I am a person with a disability. I am also a youth advocate and sit on a youth advisory council that focuses on cross systems. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to raise awareness on one of many of my passions, which is the issue of suspension as it relates to students with disabilities. Studies have shown that although students with disabilities only make up 12% of the student population in New York City schools, they receive 1/3 of all suspensions. And just so you know, last year's school, 2012-2013, it was 69,000 suspensions altogether. So, which is 11% better than the year prior. Students with disabilities are 4 times as likely to be suspended than that of their peers who are non-disabled, making it harder to progress within their school, which leads them to being held over, most times more than once. Which then leaves the student often feeling incapable of achieving success. So the need to continue with school diminishes within, adding to our already very high dropout rate, which then turns into the school to prison pipeline. So when we talk about the school to prison pipeline, we never really think about what that means when transitioning out. We never think about what that means when coming out of school and getting a job and being prepared for being an adult in our community. So there has been a lot of awareness brought to this attention with regards to the suspensions, with regards to the suspension rates. And so public hearings and forums have been able to really help the Department of Education start to make strides with regards to changing the way that we look at suspending our children that may have behavioral difficulties. So I'm happy that they are looking at the disciplinary codes and are being laxed with regards to superintendent suspensions, which means that they will be removed from their school building, community school building, and placed at an alternative site. However, when they revised the disciplinary codes, they made mention about restorative justice, which includes utilizing mediation, peer-to-peer mediation, counseling services, positive behavioral intervention supports in order to negate from having to use the superintendent suspensions and kicking children out. But when they worded that it should be looked at, not that it's mandated. And I feel that although we are moving in the right direction with regards to considering utilizing counselors, considering utilizing mediation to support our children with behavior issues, and considering utilizing their what's called functional behavior assessment or behavior intervention plans, I think that we should push for the mandate of, instead of pushing our children out, let's work on this now. Let's use it. Let's mandate utilizing guidance counselors, as opposed to spending money on school safety officers that have no training on how to deal with school-related issues, which adds to our children being pushed out. Put the money back into where it belongs. Put the money into providing our students with counselors who are trained and adequate to deal with these type of behaviors. So I'd like to end by saying that the importance of these trainings, the importance of counselors, the importance of mediations and peer-to-peer is to give students back a voice, to let them know that they don't have to, that school means something and that it does, and it's there to support. That it's not just there just to get away from home for a couple of hours, that it's there to really help you make something of yourself, and giving children and giving our students, our youth, my peers, the feeling of being wanted, and the feeling of knowing that they can strive and that they can succeed, as opposed to, I don't want to be in school because nobody's there for me. So I believe that in order to do this, one of the things that needs to happen is training, adequate training for our staff. Teachers are very overwhelmed. Teachers, because of the special education reform, there's a lot more students, there's a lot more students with behavioral needs in their classrooms, and they are overwhelmed. And so we need to support our teachers as well. So I like to end by saying a quote. Frederick Douglass once said, "It is easier to build strong children than to raise broken men." So my hope and my mission is to try and figure out ways to have this community think about other restorative justice practices that all can be involved in. Thank you.
All right, new battery.
We need to talk for just a couple minutes while we do a quick battery swap out.
Okay. That's actually okay.
It's done.
Doesn't take that long.
Yeah, we're almost there.
Almost. Okay, by the time I should have told you this.
Run out to the restroom. Be right back. You okay? Is that all?